It's a message in here for somebody. I don't know what it is. Hopefully, just keep looking. You'll get it if it's yours. But the GPS sent us a whole nother location. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I was wrong. Like my intuition, my third eye, my cognizance, my clairsentience, the voice of God is loud in my head telling me it's that way. But I'm like, okay, we're going to go ahead and follow the GPS. So we end up going what ended up being the long way around to get right back to the same place that I already knew in my heart, mind, body, spirit, and soul. And my intuition and my clairs, my empathic abilities, and the most importantly out of all of them, the Holy Spirit living on the inside of me and the power of God in my ear telling me that is the location. Finally get there. My husband still having his situation. So I decided to put music in my ears because I'm like, Like when I'm around, especially when I'm distanced, when I'm around people that's having their own little thing going on, I know the smartest thing really is to just stay out the way. Stay silent. Say nothing. Do nothing that's going to add to it. Just leave it alone. Like, just leave it alone. And that's what I was doing. So we get there. But as soon as I put the music in my ears, that's when the appointment came for us. I and everybody else that had the same appointment got out of our vehicles, took care of what needed to be taken care of. I got back in the vehicle. So I got ready to leave out. And when I was trying to back out, there was a car trying to come in. That's how, everything was going. So I ended up having to, instead of backing all the way up, turning around, getting into a parking space, letting those people come in, backing up, those people that was behind me waiting, then backing up, then finally I ended up getting out. So I'm still in the zone. Out of all these things that's gonna happen, I'm still in a good mood. My vibration is still high. In spite of everything that's going on, I'm still in my place of peace. For 2 days straight, my place of peace has not been rocked. Almost anything and everything that could possibly have gone wrong, went wrong, I still was able to stay in a place of peace. So from there, I end up parking, let my husband go take care of the business that was his, and I jumped back in and I started looking at the rest of what I did not read when I was at home, because the same thing I have on my computer is the same thing I have on my phone. So if I do it on my computer, I can find it on my phone. If I do it on my phone, I can do it on my computer. Feel me? So I'm sitting here reading and reading and reading, and then it hits me, because when I finally get to the bottom of what I'm reading, after I do the little part I need to do, my part, my prayer, my affirmation, my declaration, my prayer to God, my letter to God, however you do it, that's how you do it, but I did mine the way I do it. I'm like starstruck. And the reason why I'm so starstruck, y'all, is because I'm like, this situation that I wrote about, mind you, the situation I wrote about happened between 2022 and 2023. The situation that I wrote about. And it, like I said to y'all in the previous video, it was based off a question, because I had a list of questions I needed to actually answer on yesterday. I didn't need to. I save them, and when it comes to my mind or spirit leads me back to it and says, you didn't do this, it's an assignment over here, go over here and do this assignment that you didn't do. So, and I knew that was the assignment because when I first read the question, I knew instantly, okay, that's the answer. I need to write this. This is what I need to write about. Y'all start working with your girl, you understand. But anywho, I'm reading this stuff though. And the reason why I was so starstruck was because I realized that even though I was writing about this situation that had happened in 2022, going into 2023, not only had I experienced that same cycle for years, for over 28 years or more, I experienced that same cycle. Maybe longer than that, but to my knowledge, I'd experienced that same cycle for over 28 years. And not only had I experienced it between 2022 and 2023, but I experienced it again from 2023 to 2024. I'd experienced it again from 2024 all the way up to 2025 this year when it finally stopped. And if I continued in it and I didn't become aware of it, I was not self-aware of it, I did not wake up from it, I would still be experiencing that cycle. I pretty much broke that cycle today. You feel me? So I broke that cycle, but it was just mind-boggling to me where I'm like, you telling me, okay, well, this is what I broke, this is what I changed. And I'm like, it was much bigger than that. Because all these other situations in my health, my wealth, my happiness, my success, in my love, in my self-love, in what I believe, everything in my mind, body, spirit, and soul, in my previous relationships, all of my previous relationships, and all of my previous family connections, and all my previous businesses, and all my previous jobs, it showed up. Like I tell y'all, if it show up in one area of your life, it always shows up in all other areas of your life. And that's what I saw. And I was like, oh my goodness. And the only thing that triggered it and changed it is because the chick is back. Not only am I back to that goddess that I was, to that seer, to that oracle, to that Holy Ghost powered woman of God that I was back in 2022 before the ball dropped out again on me. And I had to start playing catch up, or rather backpedaling, to get back to where I used to be in order to get to where I am and where I would have been, so I can be on the road to where I'm going. If y'all caught that, you just as good as I am. I'm grateful for you. God bless you. But it just revealed to me how much I had changed. Like I tell people all the time, they seem shocked when I say, well, you take a day off from me, that's like taking years off. It is. Because the same person that's even sitting here right now making this video is not going to be the same person tomorrow that makes that video, or the day after that, or the day after that, or the day after that. Because as I shift and I change so through circumstances and situations, when I come into people's lives, I am a mirror to those people. I show you, I am the queen of change. I am that thing. So when I come into your life, everything about you is going to change. The way you think, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you breathe, the way you learn, the way you feel, the way you comprehend things, your understanding, you being more understanding, it's going to naturally do that to you. Because when the beloved is off course, everything goes back to its normal form. And when I'm off course, everything around me goes back to the way it would have been if I wasn't. If I was on course, everything would shift and it go to what it was able to become. But if I stay away from it, it was going to be what it always been. So all the things in which it was, when I come in, it won't. But if I leave, then it will. And what I have in me and on me, if it doesn't rub off on you, to help you change you, and instead my energy simply changes you, well, when I take it back, you're going to just go right back to the way in which you were. So the point of me saying it to you is this: you got to get it for yourself. You got to be it for yourself. When you change yourself as a man, as a woman, as a masculine, as a feminine, when you change yourself as a nurturer, as a person of control, not controlling, of control, everything around you is just going to balance itself out naturally. You sit up here trying to change your husband, your wife, your partner, your children, your job, your business, your this, your that. When in reality, the more that you change yourself, everything and everybody around you begins to change. And anything and everything around you that does not begin to change, it has to go. It has to go because you got to put your foot down and make it go. You got to put your foot down and you got to go, or it is not going to be able to handle you, and it's going to go. It's going to dissolve. Relationships are just going to naturally end on their own. Jobs are going to fire you, or the doors and windows from heaven is pouring out blessings in that job. Mercy and grace in that job is going to dissolve and evaporate. You're going to start getting disrespected. You're going to start being used and abused and taken advantage of, to the point where you're going to take it and take it and take it, or you're going to go because you cannot abide it, because you cannot deal with it, because it's not something that you are being built, created, and designed to put up with and to deal with. If your vibration is super high, you are going to bring down the vibration. You're going to raise up all the vibrations that are around you, or all the vibrations that are around you are going to leave because it cannot handle the light. Take a lamp. Like, I have 3 lamps in here. If I take one of these lamps and put it over there in that corner, I literally can, well, because I am who I am, I kind of see a face over there, even though I know it's a jar sitting on top of a DVD player, and it's making it look like a face, like a man face. Actually, it's looking like a double-headed face. But if you look past my visuals and you look over there, there's a shadow behind my TV and where my DVD player and where that jar is. But if I take that lamp right there and I walk over there, matter of fact, if I get up and turn this big light on that's on right now, instantaneously the shadows over there is gonna disappear, and I'm gonna see nothing but wall over there. The same thing happens with the people, places, and circumstances in your life. When you turn your light on, all the things around you are gonna disappear that cannot handle your light. And the reason why I brought this up is because I got a phone call after I did all I described to you. I got an amazing blessing that I will forever be thankful, grateful, and appreciative for. And even after that, getting home, putting everything away, taking a nice hot shower, putting on my little outfit, having plans to do other things, getting me some food, God telling me that the other things that I had planned was null and void, that he had something else that he wanted me to do. Instead, I was literally about to just get in my big old comfortable bed back there and lay down, watch some TV, watch some movies, really do anything and just relax, especially because of the day that I'm planning on having, or rather, it seems like I'm going to be having tomorrow. And so he canceled those plans, and I'm sitting here scrolling, and all of a sudden, bump into some music on one, TV going, and scrolling on the other one, I get this phone call. And I get this phone call that honestly I did not like. I did not appreciate. I just was not feeling. Because every hard knock that's been thrown at me the last couple of days, like I said, my vibration been so super high. My light has been flashing so brightly that nothing has been able to hold me back or hold me down. Not even my husband's situation. I'm going to leave it like that. His situation. Not even that could just... I just kept jumping over it, walking right through it as if it didn't even exist. Honestly, just letting it flow right on off me. But this phone call, it hit. It hit instantaneously.